Hey guys, it's me, Ariana, and this is a track-by-track rundown of my new album, My Everything. So the intro is a tiny little thing that I made with my friends Victoria and Tommy, and we did a bunch of songs together on my last album, and they're like two of my favorite people to work with. I love them so much, and I had a little bit of a cold when we did it, but it's really sweet and it's little and it's just a nice starter to the album. So the second song on the album is Problem, which was my first single off this new album, featuring Iggy Azalea. The first time I met Iggy, we were at the EMAs, actually, in Amsterdam. And I thought she was the coolest. I thought she was really great, and I was so excited that she wanted to do the song with me. Track 3 is called One Last Time, which I did with Max and Sabin and Rami, and I love that one because I feel like lyrically it's kind of vulnerable, you know what I mean? It's admitting that you were wrong, and that's sort of something that I've never sung about before, so I love that song, and I feel like it's very special. So track 4 is called Why Try, which I did with Benny Blanco and Ryan Tedder, and it's another one of the more serious songs on the album, and actually I feel like a lot of them are more serious. Like, I'm just realizing that now as I'm speaking about it. But I love the sound. I feel like it's very interesting, and I feel like it's very new for me. I've never done anything like this before, and I love being able to work with Ryan Tedder. We worked so quickly together. We got the song done in like 45 minutes. Track 5 is Break Free, which I did with Zed, which was an amazing experience because it was my first time ever doing anything like so dancey before. And I loved doing that. I definitely want to do more songs that are like dancier, poppier, clubbier, more EDM based. I never thought I would say those words, but I love it and it makes me so happy. Track 6 is my favorite song on the album. It's called Best Mistake, which I did with one of my greatest friends in the world, Big Sean. I just think the world of him, and like I'm obsessed with his writing on this song in particular. Like, I'm a huge fan of his in general, but I feel like his writing on this song is so fantastic. It like strikes a chord in my heart. I love it so much. So Be My Baby I did with Benny and Cashmere Cat, which was a really, really, really fun one. It's a little sexier, it's a little flirtier, it's a little more mature. And rhythmically, I feel like the syncopation of the lyrics is really cool. Like, I just love how it hits rhythm-wise. I don't know, I felt like I was rapping when I was singing the verses, but obviously I'm not. But I love that. Yeah. I say I love it a lot when I talk about my songs. I'm discovering right now as I'm babbling on in this interview, which I'm terribly crashing and burning in. Next. Track 8 is Break Your Heart Right Back with Childish Gambino, which is another one of my favorites on the album. It's about a boy who is unfaithful to a girl with another boy. It wasn't about that originally, but then I made it about that because I thought it was very interesting and more fun. But I love that Donald was into it and wanted to help me sort of tell that story, and he plays the role of my guy friend who's telling me I hate to break it to you, girl, but you know, you guys with other guys, just letting you know. Track 9 is called Love Me Harder, which I did with The Weeknd, and I'm such a fan of his. I have so much respect for him, so I was very excited that I got the chance to work with him. This was another one that I was sort of scared to approach in the beginning. It took me a lot of convincing, and so I sang it because I wanted to try it and I wanted to be open-minded, and then I fell in love with it. As we were recording it, I really started to love it, and it became another one of my favorites. Number 10 is called A Little Bit of Your Heart, which is written by Harry Styles, and the story is really funny because he was just visiting the studio, you know. Sabin and Johan were like, hey, do you want to write a song for Ariana? And he was like, oh, sure. He went into the other room and they were writing for a while, and I remember when I heard it, I was like, wow, that's a really strong verse. That's really beautiful. And then the pre, I was like, wow, that's a really beautiful pre. That's a really strong pre. And then the chorus, I was crying. So it's great. I'm so excited, obviously, for his fans to hear it as well, because they're very excited when they heard it. So I'm so excited about that one. Track 11 is Hands on Me with A$AP Ferg. This one's really fun. It's very sassy. I feel like it's a little unexpected, which I love. I think he's awesome, and I love how much energy he added to this record. Track 12 is, of course, My Everything, which is the title song of the album. And this is another one that I did with Tommy and Victoria. And we did so many versions of this song. We did a version that was like completely stripped down and just vocals. We also had another version with strings, which I think was my favorite version. When we were working on this song, I was like crying because we did it a really long time ago. But you know, at the time, it just struck such a chord in my heart. And it's a very special song to me. It's very near and dear to my heart. So that's why I feel like it ended up being the title.
One less problem without you.
I got one less problem.
I talked way too much. Leave that in, just so that they know that I'm aware that I talk too much.